I was really confused because that sounded like an actual obviously it was an actual sneeze. They had someone sneeze into the microphone. But I was really confused that it actually came from in my room, and I was about to get concerned like there was someone standing. See, now I have to check that there is no one standing behind me. It was then we heard a loud sneeze followed by Kara's gruff voice. What are the two of you still doing here? Kara, I thought you were going to get apple tarts. I already did that. I'm still hungry. Gah. Ha! I hope I'm not coming down with something. He rubbed his nose and then urged us to follow him outside, and Murray and I exchanged a mood glance as he gave him a pat on the back. Good luck with the talk. Thank you. I'll see how it works out. I doubt he'll try to chase you away at this point. You two seem to get along now. They opened the air, fished out more coins, and thrust them into Elmar's hand. Here, you know what to do. I gave him a sportive shove to urge him onward, then waved to Care. I have some errands to do. You two have fun without me now. Care shot me an inquisitive look, but said nothing, as per usual. It wasn't too unusual for me to run off to the guild headquarters or squeeze in some solo sword training. Come to think of it, all I had to do was announce I was doing night training and they would respectfully leave me alone. Quickly. Might as well do that anyways. I mentally wished Amari good luck and left on a different path from the young strapping lads. My shoulders hurt, my back hurts, my everything hurts. I flopped down onto the bed of my assigned room. I groaned and rolled over, staring vacantly at the ceiling. Spent the rest of the afternoon trading with some real knights. Now my thoughts drifted towards Care and Ilmari. Wondered how their conversation went. And I glanced out the window, which provided a nice view of the gardens and the dark blue sky. Should I check up on them? Grabbing my blanket, using it as a shawl, I exited the lodge and took a stroll to the garden. Okay, there's literally this one fucking telemarketer who keeps calling and like I keep telling them, no, I'm not interested, and they seriously keep calling back, and it's starting to piss me off, quite frankly. They would usually be here. Sometimes Kara sleeps in the trees while Murray nestled by a trunk. After more searching, I was about to give up when I spotted a leg by one of the trees. Remaining quiet, I tiptoed over and saw Care sleeping peacefully against the bank. Why is there no sound? There we go. Beside him was Amari, his head leaning against Care's shoulder. A smile appeared on my lips. Aw, I guess it worked out. I noticed how cold the air felt against my cheeks. Many of the trees were half bare, and leaves piling up on the grass. A subtle crisp freshness lingered with each breath. It was definitely autumn.
No.
Oh no, are they getting cold? I didn't want to disturb them, but decided to leave my blanket. As I knelt down, I carefully spread it out and was about to drape it over their bodies. However, Care stirred and sat up, and Mari slipped off his shoulders and fell back onto the trunk.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to wake you two. Mari groaned, his fucking faces, and then rubbed one eye, giving Care a pounding glare. Ow, what was that for? He trailed off when he spotted me. Care clicked his tongue in embarrassment. What are you doing here? I wanted to see if you were alright or if you were getting cold. Mary lowered his eyelids in disappointment. That's all? No. I was waiting for you to see if there's anything else. I was just checking up on you. Having kind don't engage in snuggling with friends. But filled with strands of hair fondly. We've been with you for quite some time now, and the fact you've never bonded feels like we're distant. My eyes darted between them hesitantly. Do you really feel like that? Care glanced down, saying nothing, while Mary gave me a pleading look. After some vacillation, I sighed, grabbed the blanket before taking a step towards them.
Yeah.
Fine, just for a little while. Turned around right as Ilmari shuffled out of the way to give me some room. I sat down. I was planning to stay here all night. Trailed off as Ilmari leaned back against the tree close enough that his arm gently grazed mine. My shoulder reclined against Karen. You had one leg sprawled straight and another tucked in. I allowed myself to completely relax. So I guess Ilmari talked to you earlier, Care? Yeah. For a little one, he sure carried a lot of resentment towards me. There's a small groan of protest from Ilmari's lips. I'm older than you. It was obvious he could hear us talk. I was too tired to carry on a conversation with us. I chuckled. It's not like he was the only one hiding something. Really now? What would you reluctantly like to admit to me this time? He hastily averted his eyes and grumbled.
Shut up!
Shut up, Mom! You're not the boss of me! Stuck out my tongue as I was just joshing him.
Sorry about that.
Whoops, sorry about that. So, what is it? His eyes closed deeply and grit his teeth. I could hear him inhale deeply. Look, I could have returned early if I wanted to. The curse was off to be lifted a while ago. Wait, you can turn into an Earth Dragon any time? Yeah, although I need to visit an altar first, since my master still has to remove the curse. But if I do, I won't be able to revert to Havenkind form without Master Bratros' help. Unlike Amari, I didn't bother learning the transformation spell. Okay, I just grabbed some apple cider and it made my sore throat that I got for some reason just so much worse than it actually was. And of course, he probably won't transform me a second time, not after I refuse to return right away.
Oh, no.
Wait, so both of you are in huge trouble now? He suppressed a chuckle. Something like that. Then why aren't you going back? There's no reason for you to stay here. Aura. He gazed down at me, resolved.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me. I'm not returning till tomorrow. Is satisfied learning about Havenkind culture and until you become a knight. I want to see it. You as a real knight. My heart leapt up in my chest. I could feel my lower lip quivering. I was about to squeal like a little schoolgirl. Carrie, you really care about that? My dream? It's important to you, right? Care. Ow. I leaned over and embraced Care, genuinely touched. I could sense his arm hovering awkwardly around me.
Whoa!
What is this parasitic gesture? What are you doing? It's called a hug. Having God use it to express affection between friends. And right now, I'm really happy. I'm probably gonna cry. Please don't cry. I never know how to act when that happens. And what does one do in reply to this hug? You usually hug back? I could feel his warm arms wavering before they enveloped my upper back. He remained in this position for a few minutes. Care gently nudged my forehead with his before withdrawing his arms and pulling away in embarrassment. I adjusted the blanket, make sure that Ilmari was comfortable. You guys, I don't want you two to get in more trouble just because of me.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me. It's our decision, and it's not like we'll get reprimanded further. Remain with you until you return to Barry at last. Thanks, you. It felt strange, just the notion of them leaving seemed far off. I realized that I'd never really thought of it until now. I closed my eyelids and rested against Care's arm. One hand rested on Ilmari's shoulder. Those two. Both are wonderful friends. This is the only option it gives me. I let out a small chuckle. Okay, so there are many more jokes I could make there, but they weren't fitting. A small chuckle as my eyes drifted between their sleeping faces. How did those two become so close to my heart in such a short time? A happy sigh, extremely thankful that I had met both of them. Consider I can remain here a few more minutes, she said as she closed her eyes and became unconscious. The next morning, Chapter 8, The Last Quest. Once again, I was staring at the bulletin board, trying to find something, anything. I could tell it was nearly the end of fall because the herb gathering postings were gone, along with a farm help. I want to be a knight before the postings are all requests for shoveling snow. Come on, come on, come on, anything. Another battle tournament? No, if I give in to that, wins. Then I'm most rooting for both knights and knights in training. Hastily snatched it up, almost knocking down the other postings in my rush. Another NASCAR mission. Haven't done that since we left Barry. Merchant Vineyards. The name sounds familiar. Ah, it's delivered to Norvale. That's pretty far. Swaying back and forth, I tried to weigh my options. On one hand, it was a good opportunity to mingle with real knights. On the other hand, it meant leaving Oliver. I wondered whether the boys would be up for another long journey. My nose itches so much. Oh my god. We're zeroing on the deadline. Pretty soon. I don't like making snap decisions without Karen and Mari's ilk put. First, maybe if I hurry I could. The receptionist, who was leaning over with one eyebrow propped up on the table. I don't know why I want to keep replacing elbow with eyebrow, but first it makes a funny mental picture. They propped up their eyebrow on the table. Raised an eyebrow, amused by my indecisiveness. I showed her the posting to her, hoping for a second opinion. What do you think of this? As I take my refreshing liquid drink. Definitely earn you some points towards graduating the knight status. You're pretty close too, and this is actually this is a hiring request actually. You know, if you accept that post, you most likely be knighted. I slapped the posting down on the counter. Good. He accepted the paper and gave me a small note with directions, meaning time and names. Wow, looks like quite a few people accepted this one. Sounds important. Apparently, the contents are very valuable, hence all the bodyguards. There's something nagging at me. The excitement of accepting such a crucial task made me giddy. Practically sprinted out of the guild in the direction of the gardens, hoping to find Karen Ilmari there. To Norville, huh? I don't know, Auralee. Yeah, it's a little out of the way. A little? You said it was really far. Well, good experience, and we'll see a new town. I think they specialize in mining and all that. I'm sure the dragon altar there would be impressive. Not that you need to see them anymore,
I don't care.
I don't care either way. Amari? What was that merchant company again? Merchant Ventures. Dark expression flickered across Amari's face. Is that the same group we escorted when we left Barry? I rubbed my head as I reflected back. Oh, you're right! That was the guy. Are you more concerned it's dangerous this time? Don't worry, there will be even more bodyguards this time around. However, Amari was frantically shaking his head as I explained. It's not that. We escorted the carriage, and when that box fell, I saw the contents. Pretty sure it was dragon remains. The tense atmosphere engulfed us. It took me a moment to register everything.
What? No.
What? No, that can't be. Are you absolutely positive?
Hell?
And you didn't tell us or our masters? Keeping something like this a secret is... Hear me out. I know I shouldn't have remained quiet about it. At first I thought I was wrong. I never stumbled upon dragon brains myself. I'm not familiar with the seraphs, with the feather, the bones. I knew if I reported this to Master Kalia, we would both immediately be ordered back, even if it was just guessing, no exceptions.